Hello, everybody. For my editing experience this week, I used Canva as the platform of choice. I really wanted to practice with like removing the background and some of the other editing features that it has because currently I do not have a account with Photoshop. Um, I did download the GIMP app down here, and I'm hoping to explore a little bit more with that um, in the future. But for this week, I went ahead and did Canva, and I started with an image of my daughter in her cheer uniform. This is the original image right here. And I just kind of started to play with it. So the first thing I did with this one was I just made the background black. Then I found this neat little abstract background um, available in the elements side of Canva. So I changed it to match kind of her team colors. Like I said, just kind of playing with it. And I also removed this background by coming up here to the edit image and removing the background. I also got another image of her that they had professionally taken. And the way I edited this one was I removed the background, and then I found this neat kind of like water droplet background on Unsplash, one of the resources that was provided for us in our module. And I put her image on there and then found some extra little elements to add a little bit of spark to that. But I also kind of, this background, what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? Focus. I messed with the focus to kind of blur out the top and the bottom of this image to kind of change it up a little bit. Like I said, I was doing a lot of exploring, so there's quite a few different examples that I kind of played with as the week went on. Found this image that I liked on Unsplash as well. That was almost, it kind of reminded me of diamonds. Her mascot's diamonds, so it kind of reminded me of like shattered diamonds. So I put her image that I had already removed the background of on top of that, and then I duplicated it to kind of mess with that focus again and blur out certain parts of the image. Another thing I did was I came up here and I messed with the contrast a little bit and the saturation for her image to kind of give it a little bit more color. Oops, sorry. Then my final decision for my artifact for this week, excuse me, I found an Unsplash image of kind of like stage lights. I brought it over here to Canva, added it on here, and then added her images. I found a quote that I found was to be very matching to her sport, excuse me, which is cheerleading, and it kind of like ties in with the competitiveness because she does competitive cheerleading. And then I added this little diamond mascot and her name, just kind of like as if it was a poster, an athletic poster to put, on her wall in her room, or maybe even a post on the internet to wish her good luck, or, just having a little bit of fun with that. She's really excited about it, so I'm excited to make it for her. Another little change I did right here was I came down here and I changed the image to the other image that I removed the background of because I liked this one a little bit better. And again, I messed with the autofocus. And then these little bitty specks that I added back here was a background that I had found on Canva that I removed the background of just to kind of add a little bit more element to that image. Here's another background I found on Unsplash. I kind of removed the background, put it on a black Canva page, and then put her image again. So yeah, just a lot of just kind of playing around this week, messing with those elements that I wasn't fully familiar with before. And then, excuse me, sorry about that. And I'm hoping this next week that I can have a little bit more time to mess with GIMP. I have this on my computer at school, this GIMP program, but I'm not fully comfortable with it just yet. So I do want to play a little bit around with that. Now, as for my project, I have decided that I want to implement a kind of like a how to integrate virtual classrooms, like kind of like Bitmoji classrooms in a normal classroom setting. So I have these virtual classrooms that I have created for my classroom right now. This is kind of like our home page, and there's different little aspects within the classroom where students can click on it and it automatically directs them to different locations. So like this Marlin right here will take them to our school website. Each one of these filing cabinets will take them to their specific slide where they can find resources or games to practice with. For example, ELER will take them to different read alouds. So I wanted to implement this in kind of like a training for fellow teachers in our district, just to be able to really realize how they can use this in a virtual setting and a face-to-face setting. I currently use it with my students for station time, where they can go into these stations and find different math games to practice different concepts, science, social studies, and reading as well. So that is my goal. I would like to do maybe like a how to make it interactive, how to find images, and then how to utilize it within the classroom. And I believe that is all I wanted to cover with you guys today. In the future, I'm hoping to kind of tweak it as I go on. And in regards to editing for the virtual classroom, I kind of messed with that as well. I used the Bitmoji and I removed the background for that. And then this background right here of the classroom looks very similar to my classroom, and I removed the background for that as well to make it to where I can move, put it on my slides and it not show the original full image. As same with the lights and the furniture within this classroom. So I'm very excited. I hope y'all like my idea so far, and I would love some feedback on how I can make it stronger for everybody else. So thank you so much.